Alright guys, I just thought I'd show you these. You got small, medium, large, and extra large, or however you want to call it. Tiny, middleweight, welterweight, and heavyweight. So, if you're thinking about any of these bikes, here's been my experience amongst a number of other bikes, but if you love to climb like TKO trails in Tennessee, or Hatfield single track, the nastiest of the nasty, doing Moab, you know, the slick rock, the hardest part, you know, and playing around in there and having total confidence. Nothing will beat this Escape. Now, people misunderstand this thing. They always ask about battery range. Well, everything has a range. Fuel only lasts so long, etc. But my body will wear out long before this electric bike does if you're riding it where it belongs. It's a billy goat. You want to be on the edge of a mountain or some nasty rocks or whatever, you know, fighting your way up the hill, and it will enjoy that 183, 185 pounds roughly. The torque and the traction is unmatched. You will not touch it. I don't care what you think you can do on your gas bike, you'll do more on this. Everybody has a different level of skill, obviously, but you can do more with this when it comes to the hairiest of hairy single track, getting over logs. I, you know, even have to pick this up and get over logs that are 4 feet in the air on a ledge, you know, trail, which there's no way around. So then I have to admit, the Beta Cross Trainer has impressed me. My friends got me into two strokes, which I'm not a big fan of normally. Don't get me wrong, I've had two strokes my whole life on and off, but I just didn't feel like, you know, mixing gas, the smoke, the noise, whatever. But, you know, I have to say this is nice and mellow. It's pretty quiet, and it is the second best billy goat I've ever ridden in terms of traction. Keep your air pressure really low with a gummy tire, and again, you can do some TKO type trails. We did, you know, Moab, slick rock on it, all the sticky, you know, toughest inclines and stuff like that. Incredible control with a hydraulic clutch and a nice torquey two-stroke. Now, don't get me wrong, I was wrong about two strokes. I had no idea that they were the billy goat, torquey, non-stalling bikes. I thought four strokes were those. So, you know, little did I know after all these years that two strokes have that climbing ability, that slow, won't flame out situation. Unbelievable. I would not want to be on anything else if I had to be on gas in the hairiest of hairy. I don't really enjoy it on the high speed whoops and, you know, doing 30, 40 miles an hour over hard stuff. The suspension's not there. However, you know, it's doable. I just love climbing. We did some stuff in Albuquerque, you know, Tennessee, West Virginia, really good stuff, Georgia. And we do, you know, croom in Florida on these things, a blast. We do the trials bike stuff with the electric, and we play around on all those inclines there. Then you have this sucker. I just got it. I thought I wanted this thing. I'm not sure I do. I did have a YZ450, but that was strictly for motocross track. This is a WR450, a 2023. Oh, by the way, this is a 2022, this is a 2022, and this is a 2023. Bike's gorgeous, good condition, mint condition, low hours, but it is an animal. I thought it would be a little different than my 450 YZ450 on the trails, but it really feels the same. It's just barbaric for me at this point. If I were, you know, a couple decades younger maybe, or even a decade, and I knew how to ride super fast over super big chunk stuff, that might be for me. I think I might wind up getting rid of it. I was thinking I wanted to get a enduro, and I was going to street legal it and all that good stuff, and, you know, played it and, you know, whip down the road at 75 miles an hour, go into a trail and not be overweight like that thing is at times. Because my buddy's had a KTM 500 and he got rid of it. Now he's buying another one, or he just bought another one, and I wanted something to run with him, you know, enduro style. But she's really, really hardcore off-road. She's really not an enduro. I guess I could do a bunch of tweaks to it, but I'd really want a hydraulic clutch. You know, so I need a feather clutch. The suspension's super harsh. I'd have to soften it up a bit, just because if I want to do woodsy trail stuff, I don't want to get beat to crap all day long. And the seat is like a 2x4, which you guys know. It has a purpose. I'm sure a lot of people love it. I have to say though, it doesn't seem that popular. I thought it was a little more popular, but it is a bit of an animal. Power is unreal. So that I'm gonna have to reconsider. I might try to get more of a Euro for like a Beta 500 or Beta 390. I hear a lot of good things about the Beta 390, but I don't even know if I need one. I can't fit these things in the van or trailer on the trip anyway, so I gotta limit stuff. Now this thing, as you know, we're talking 460 pounds roughly with all the junk on it, maybe more. I almost thought about just stripping all the junk out. I can barely lift the thing when it falls over. It is a bear. But I have to say, you know, if you're trying to do a little touring, the road is very comfortable. The thing's a Cadillac. Suspension's a little soft, which is good for the caddy ride. I love it. We tore up Ocala. We tore up different things in Tennessee, Windrock trails. I got it into the baby head chunks and dropped it a few times and got up a lot of stuff I never thought I'd get up. But this beast is definitely top heavy, and she is definitely a bear once she starts to go over. She does feel like she has a magnet pulling you down from the top. Now, I'm kind of back and forth on it, but I love the thing. I do love what we do with it. We blasted through a lot of sand in Ocala, which was a wrestling match. My hands were cramping up. I was exhausted a couple weeks ago, but it managed to do it. I got the hang of the sand a little better. I mean, we ride sand a lot. I'm just saying I got the hang of it on this heavyweight. I was the lightest guy, close to one of the older ones, on the heaviest bike. My biggest guy with the biggest muscles and the youngest, or 6'2" or so, over 225 pounds, was riding a, what do you call it, a DRZ 400. So I was at a disadvantage. But anyway, I do love this thing. I can't get rid of it. It's just so fun just to take off from the house and go hit some dirt roads. Out west, we did all those long dirt roads around the mountain passes, rode up until we hit snow and got stuck and all that good stuff. So I love the thing. Carry packs and bags and all your rain gear, and you know, you got the GPS, and we definitely get her stuck in some stuff. We've got her into hairy stuff in Tennessee. Total clay, slick mountains where you once you go down, you're never getting back up, never. So we had to find a way out on the way down. But so these are, I think, great options. My friends are riding a lot of KTM 790s, KTM 890s, KTM 500s, KTM 300 XCWs. Great bikes. The KTMs are a little tall for me. I love, you know, I'm 5'10", 165 pounds roughly. That Beta really helps out when I get stuck in the woods between some trees on a steep incline, and I can wrestle it around. 238 pounds, call it 240 roughly. That's pretty light. I'm saying this Yamaha is probably what, 255, 258, somewhere in there, and that sucker, as we know, is 450 stock, and with the junk on it, call it 465 or more with bags. So a couple of great options, but again, they do cover a lot of bases, but I do think I want to get a mellower, more refined four-stroke for longer rides, open trails, higher speeds. I would love that suspension on some of the stuff we did in Moab, high-speed, hard dirt roads, where you're taking big hits and coming off some larger, you know, lips and things. Anyway, hope that gives you some information on these things. Don't hesitate to hit me up if you have any questions. I'll never give up. I mean, I'll never get rid of this electric motion though. They make a new one, as you know, that's got a little bit more like an Ultra B. It's called the X model, I think. That sounds pretty interesting, but I love the small compact size of this. You're just finessing your way through spots you could never get through. I mean, I do trail blazing where there's nothing, you know, no trail, just going up the side of ridges and climbing, you know, through the trees. Anyway, I hope that helps you guys. Appreciate you, likes and subscribes. If you have any questions, give me a holler. Take care.